This midday, 10 on your side has just learned that federal agents are at the headquarters of Mo Money Taxes in Memphis, Tennessee.
10 on your side broke the story in February when customers in Norfolk began to complain that they were not receiving their tax refunds. Now, 10 on your side, Stephanie Harris is in the newsroom right now monitoring the latest developments. Stephanie?
Don, our colleagues at WMC-TV are reporting that U.S. Treasury agents are on the scene of Mo Money Taxes headquarters in Memphis right now. And the company is accused of not providing tax refunds, bouncing checks, and taking fees from customers' accounts without their permission. We sent 10 on your side's Ann McNamara to Memphis in February, where she confronted the CEO, Marquis Granberry. He insisted he had done nothing wrong. Since then, all of the Norfolk Mo Money locations have shut down, as well as many others throughout the country. The company was later accused of leaving thousands of private documents outside their Memphis location. Congressman Bobby Scott told 10 on your side just last week that he expects a congressional hearing on Mo Money taxes in June. In a letter to House Judiciary Subcommittee on Crime, he, along with Congressman Scott Ridgel and several other lawmakers, said that they believe the firm has demonstrated in its operations pose a continuing threat to order and justice across the nation. That brings us to what is happening right now in Memphis. And our Ann McNamara, who I mentioned, broke this story. She's been on top of it every step of the way. She just learned about this while she's out covering another story. She's dropped everything to join us live right now. And what are your sources telling you about what's happening today?
Well, Stephanie, I've made contact with Bobby Scott's office. He tells me that he is not aware of the raid until we called him. So his people are now working on this, seeing what this might mean. Will it make the congressional hearing more imminent? Will it make it more important? Will they speed up the process? Those are the questions he's going to be looking into for me today. Now, what this really means, though, is this is some sort of resolve for all of these people who have been emailing me, and I mean for months, from different states, from right here in Norfolk, telling me they now don't have a home. They now don't have a way to pay rent. This really has impacted people. There are still many, many people out there who do not have their refund checks. At our last check, the money was with Mo Money's processor, Up to You. We have not since heard from them. We've tried to make contact, and many times it's fallen through. So we're going to go back to them today again and see, where is this money? Are you involved in part of this federal raid that's apparently happening at the Mo Money Taxes location in Memphis? And one more thing worth mentioning, what does this mean for people here? Well, right now, not a lot. It means more for the people who've been waiting, who did file here, because all of the Norfolk locations are closed. The other locations actually around the country have still been operating right up to tax day, and one of those locations was Memphis. At last check last week, you heard Stephanie said, we called Mo Money Memphis, and they were still operating. They were still filing people's taxes. So really for here, it means stuff for the people who have been waiting to know that the process works, that when they complain downtown at the federal building, when they complain to the IRS, someone listens. We're listening to them, but they want to know that the federal government is listening, and that really is what we've learned today. They hear you, and they're working on it. Live in Newport News, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
And Stephanie, thanks very much. 10 on your side working the phones to get more information on this. We've made several calls to our Memphis affiliate, WMC-TV. We'll bring you any updates on air and online at WAVY.com as soon as they come into our newsroom.